How do you stop criminals from taking over your community? It's a question some renters at one Starkville apartment complex want answered.
And it's a problem police say they are working on. WTVA's Chris Knowles live in Starkville, where he spoke to tenants and police about an ongoing crime problem at Brookville Gardens.
People who live here are fed up with crime. Police say it's going to take building a relationship between the community and law enforcement. Now, check this out. They had a visual here last night for the murder victim from this past weekend. Police were here to monitor that vigil. But right after, police say they were called back because a fight happened and 3 people were arrested. The people who live at Brookville Garden Apartments say they're sick of the crime that happens here every week.
We've been complaining about security cameras and security guard and security over here. Hadn't got it. It's going to get worse. So instead of us going forward, we're going backwards to the old Brookville Garden.
That's one of the questions I asked before I came, like, was it going to be anything like it used to be? But to me, it feels like it's gotten a little worse than what it used to be like.
That we're living in now is really getting out of hand to where I don't want my grandkids up here, but the cost of living is high. So with that being said, it's really hard to know where it's to go, but to a place that you can afford.
Starkville Police Chief Mark Ballard says he and his officers are working to make the complex safer.
Our police department's doing everything humanly possible to address it. We've had over 600 foot patrols since January 1st. We've made over 75 arrests since January 1st. Now, I want to put that in perspective. Over half, this is one small area, right, compared to the rest of the city. Over half of our foot patrols have been dedicated to this area.
Chief Ballard and tenants say most of the problems are from outside visitors. Chief, tell me, what is the solution to get the crime under control here at Brookville Garden?
Sure. Well, I think it's the same applications not only in Brookville Gardens, but in any area. First of all, you've got to have all your stakeholders on the same page. You've got to make sure that you are vetting the personnel that come in. You have an environment that is conducive. Right across the street here, I like to brag, we have an area that very seldom are we called to, right? And you have to have effective management, you have to have effective security, and you have to have effective police response.
I tried reaching out to property management at the location and by email. I have not heard back from them. I want to show you an issue that both the tenants here as well as police say that's happening. If you look right here, this is one entrance of the apartment complex as well as the others. There's no gate here. So there's open access for everyone. Also, there are no security cameras and there's no security guard here. Now, one thing Police Chief Ballard pointed out was that there's also affordable housing just right here. And he says they are rarely ever called to this area. So what's the difference between this area and the area less than 50 feet away? Reporting live in Starkville, Chris Knowles, WTVA.